Hello, I'm Omri. Played a little something different today as per request. Flight on Flashpoint. You can tell that it's kind of dated because those icons don't exist anymore, and that phone doesn't exist anymore. So it's a real nostalgic piece, but nostalgic in a way that is not like the other games I play. Go do shop 1. Okay, the menu music was still playing. And then the chill music was not very fitting for the narrative that I was not expecting. You think they would... Oh, no, it is closed. I thought it was an open window because you didn't see the window cross that I always draw when I used to draw windows. I was gonna say, where do they have their window open when it's snowing? But yeah, that was a lot more dire than I thought the story for Flight was gonna be. So we have high stakes going on. I'm assuming she also does not have a father. That or her father is just not into Christmas. So very simple. Pick it up, go. Collect the stars, we'll give you cash. You can use it by upgrades later so we can make this. I don't know if there's an end to it. I don't know if I missed all the things. If we'll get there. Okay, next. Going to London. Oh no, we are in London. I did terribly. I tested this first and I did so much better. And I can't do anything. But we're slowly making our way through London. I still missed everything. I really like I really like the look of the game. The pencil scratchy, or not pencil scratchy, ballpoint pen. Your plane retains its velocity for longer, your plane becomes lighter and falls slow. That seems more helpful. Yeah, the ballpoint pen instead. I just am threading the needle through this girl's Christmas wishes. I swear when I first tried this and tried recording it, I got like $100 on my first try, and I guess my beginner's luck ran out. Maybe I'm throwing it too high up, I don't know. Like I got the crane, I got the windmill, pinwheel, and now none of that's happening. I guess she's not gonna have a very good mother-filled Christmas. That was a good throw. That one felt good. Bonus multiplier to all the cash you collect for a couple seconds. There we go. That's more like it. My question for the day. Have you ever built a paper plane like this? I have, but I guess I don't have. You are able to control your plane at the cost of fuel hazards. Air control. I was gonna say in perfect about control. I guess I don't have a fairly good balance with my hands because whenever I made these paper planes, they'd be very lopsided. Okay, we're inching our way. We're there. I guess not inching. What's the inch equivalent? Too fast. That was too fast and too far in that one. Inch equivalent of. I'm assuming that's meters. Why am I just can't not throw? Yeah, that one felt good. That one felt really, looked really... Oh, last bit boost. There we go. I will not be submitting my score. This will be my submission of my score in a way. I'm scared to get this one. So I'm not sure what it means. Okay, now that you have a rudder upgrade, you can control your airplane with the arrow key. Okay. Okay. Okay, I thought giving me control would be a bad thing, but it's working for me. I'm glad that these... Oh my god, we are making so little progress. I'm glad that these games are too fast, too far, too good, is what they said. These games are preserved. It's nice to see. It's really... I need to not do that. It's nice to see everyone taking a stance against Adobe. The first software I ever pirated was Photoshop, so very anti-Adobe, and I guess by proxy that would make me pro-Flash, but not a pro-gamer, as you can see. I'm impressed at how good I am at this, really. Oh, go faster. Okay. You're stalling because you flew too slowly. There's nothing you can do now. Frowny face. Better luck next time. Why did it give me... I probably could have used that warning much sooner. I'm realizing all this time it told me to go faster, it was actually saying I was not fast enough, and that makes more sense to me. Maybe because I'm throwing it from the bottom and I should take advantage of the screen. There we go. Okay, yeah, okay. I was being too economic with my screen usage. I'm making miracles come true tonight. Look at that, that's enough to buy 2 mothers. Okay. Improve the plane in general and gives you additional fuel. Hold space for to activate your engine. Consumption, We haven't gotten to negative effects yet, so... Oh, look at that! I have a little pilot seat now. Yeah, but I used to make paper planes, but they never flew. They were always too lopsided. This is very true to life for me. Okay. Got it. I got that one. The thing with, like, controlling the plane is I only want to tilt it in one direction because my mind says up goes up. Even though I've been to, like, science centers, I've seen that it's a little bit more complicated than that. That's what my mind wants. My mind says up goes up. Plane retains velocity for longer. Try the boost. Let's try shooting it up here. Fire it up, okay. I mean, I feel pretty good about that one. I don't think I could control it once I ran out of fuel, though. Green fuel, that's always nice to have. I'm gonna switch hands here. That's a terrible idea. I should never switch hands. No, that's not the direction I wanted to go in. I have plugged in an additional keyboard that's easier for me to access for where I am currently. I'm really fly. the background music feels cheesy, and then you start to hit like right at the angle where you start soaring, and then it feels like Disney soaring, like that ride that you sit and it kind of wiggles you around so you feel like you're flying. And it feels magical. There we go. Is that part where the wind instrument? Oh no, no, it's more like a trumpet. I hit the crane and then I miss every star on the screen. Lucky star. Oh, I don't really hit them very much. Again, I've not gotten far enough to get obstacles. That was awful. That felt awful. Ooh, okay. I can't tell what instrument that is. Whoa! I'm gonna be in California soon. Assuming I'm going west, not east. I don't know where my mother is. So she's not dead. That's good. Or is this just a random man? What a strange reaction. Or is it just a different story? Weird, because the first one went by really slow, but that cutscene felt really fast. And now, it's been 28 days. I think this is just a different story because he wanted something. Ooh, when your plane rocks up and down, it means it's being blown by the wind. It can be either good or bad for you. Well, I'm glad it's neutral. I guess that girl's not gonna get her wish. Unless that was secretly the father. Oh, okay. This doesn't seem good to me. Sure. I don't think quite there yet, but okay. I can't even see Paris anymore. No, I wanted to get... It's weird how... I don't know, I guess it's just the media I consume, but I see the Eiffel Tower and this Paris, but I don't see a city skyline and think, oh, that's Paris. I think, do I see the Eiffel Tower? Yes or no? But like with London, I could tell it was London just from like the building. Oh, I almost got two. Look. I ran out of fuel. We're just gonna see where the wind takes us, where God takes us. God doesn't like stars, apparently. I do want to get to the end, so I am trying to do better, and that's not just the upgrades I'm talking about. I mean, emergency booster whenever you're stalled. Well, I haven't stalled in a while. There's like a predetermined map, and I'm never on it. Because they're spaced just so that just like they expect you to hit a certain angle, and I never do. I always quite. It corrected itself. That was fun. Nah, the cost of fuel seems too much of a. Maybe I could save it. I can. The cost of fuel just seems like too much of a detriment to me. Fire engine. I feel like the trick is to get the less impressive buffs first. Gotta go for the mechanics of the flight. More than just the aesthetic. That's how you get it to go, I think. I was always very bad at these things. I remember in school we had to make like race cars in woodshop, and we had to design the most like aerodynamic car because it didn't have an engine. You would just roll it down a ramp, and mine failed the most because I didn't like the power tools, so I didn't want to cut it. Sure. Why is it? There was one star in the ground, as if to like fool me into thinking that was the way to go. It does feel miraculous when I hit the shooting star, which is good. Working as intended. Ooh. I can't afford anything. I left the little hearts on the fence. That was the worst throw. But I think I saved it. I think. Ooh, I kind of came around on that one. Let's do throwing power. Okay. I wish you could customize the plane. Maybe that's a further along thing. I feel like this was a current mobile game. They would definitely have like skins for the plane. Or like a little pilot guide you could add on there. We're almost out of Paris. Okay, fine. I am curious what the question mark could be. Ooh. Go faster. It says it like I have a choice, and I don't always have a choice. Woo! Bird hunter. I thought that meant I was being hunted, but no. Ooh, my first maxed out thingy. I don't know where the links go to. Because this is not on the App Store anymore. I looked. It might be, and I just looked badly, which is... Looking is not my strength. I have very few of those. But airplane handling It's kind of getting up there. I'm kind of getting good at it, I think. Not professionally, but like good for an amateur. You're like, yeah, we're almost halfway there. Missed that one, but can I get... There we go. I'm like, I'm like, you know, once it starts going. The squiggly clouds are just too beautiful. I can't be stopped. Oh, close. Okay, this is a cheap. I thought I was missing more upgrades. Her better engine. Ooh, that is better. It's funny, because like, the cutscenes aren't super impressive, but the fact that they drew 3 angles of a very polygonal plane is impressive to me. I feel like I would have gotten lost somewhere tilting. It's an artistic exercise, drawing something and then tilting it like that, and it's not something I'm super great at. It's interesting with these kind of projects that aren't done like super professionally. They have a charm to them because you can kind of see people's innate abilities, because maybe people aren't their strong suit, and they probably most definitely have gotten better at this point, but like everything else looks good. It could have also been done by a different artist. How far have we traveled? He's a very paranoid man. Oh, I thought he was going to do the Naruto thing. He was not. He was doing it slightly racist thing. I don't know. That felt weird. That one felt weird. It is kind of a Newgroundsy type game, so I guess I can't be too shocked. He didn't have a wish, that more importantly, it started out so wholesome. Like, I feel like Christmas is over at this point. It would be a nice detail if whatever they wrote or bled onto the paper was like visible on the plane. But I don't think story was the highest priority. I think it was just someone kind of messing around. And for that, it's pretty fun to play, as weird and as dated as it feels. And the humor feels a little dated. Reduce fuel consumption. Kind of makes me wonder, because like this does feel really nice to play, and I feel like this is before like Flappy Bird, and it's kind of a wonder to me that Did the guy who made Flappy Bird just not know how to do it? Or did he intentionally make it that hard? Because I know he was... I believe I heard that he was like overwhelmed with guilt because people were so addicted to it and frustrated by it. But he also got death threats because his game was so hard. I don't know, like did he just not know how to program it so it felt nicer? And this actually brings me back to there's been two lost episodes of Omri. And I think I've talked about it on both of them. One was Alone in the Dark. The other one was... I don't think we're there yet. The other one was Korean Dreamland 2? Kirby? It was one of the Kirby ones. Where both the finales were lost to time, but I talked about it in that one, how games are kind of like artistic math. Even though I was talking about it earlier, how I was kind of like blown away. It was like, oh, it feels majestic. Watching it fly, there is a math equation and there's math running in the background of this that makes it feel that way. And it's a very specific choice of equation of numbers and values they chose to give everything, even to like the input. And I mean, you see the fake physics of the velocity. I assume it can't be real because it's probably not accounting for like air resistance. Maybe in like an obstacle, but it's not constantly doing it. The fake game physics that it has, but it's math that it got it to feel a certain way. It's like artistic math, and it's really impressive to me how people have the patience to figure out what math feels good. Because I never really, I mean, I have worked on some physics-based games, but they have not been fun to work on. So it's impressive to me that some people have the patience to sort of sit with this and figure out what feels good enough to like keep playing. Because there's good, and then there's good with high or low tolerance for frustration. I think now I'm getting to like game design talk. I think that's how the music for Zelda was made. It's like the first Zelda that the person whose name I can't remember, so I'm bad at names, he made it he made the music, and then he would like play that music 24/7, and if he got sick of it, he would change the song slightly until he wasn't sick of it anymore. And that's how he made the game music. And it's kind of like a lot of what game design is. You make it, and then you make it until it stops being sucky. I guess music works like that too. I mean most creative endeavors do, but I feel like game design is the penultimate form of that. So we went from London to Paris to Egypt. I don't know what specific part of Egypt has the pyramids, but it's somewhere around there. I didn't meet someone, but I know someone who knows someone, so it's less impressive, from Egypt. And I remember he's telling me the story. He got so frustrated because he was in America as an exchange student, and people were like, "Have you ever been to Africa?" And he's like, "What? you say I'm from Egypt. I'm like, yeah, but like, have you ever been to like Africa? And he's like, okay, tell me what countries are near Egypt. And I'm like, I can't think of any, but they were able to think of one, surprisingly. And he was like, yeah, it's in Africa. And it's, I can't imagine how that must have felt for the person. But I kind of imagine that's how most people feel when they come to this country is, you guys are stupid. Plane becomes lighter. It also reminds me of that picture where it's like, I don't know if it's a McDonald's or a Burger King, but you can see the pyramid from there. Your plane retains its velocity, plane becomes a fall slower. This one's more expensive, so I'm assuming it's more valuable. I haven't even been paying attention to my altitude stats. Altitude just doesn't feel as important as the go factor. Hey, that felt good. That felt good. I can't do anything about this now, so I'm just gonna let it fly. It's one of those games where I feel like people definitely had like pro strats for it, like exactly the angle and power to throw it and when to throw it, so you'd land on those little pinwheels. It's a game that you probably could master. It doesn't seem totally random. Then you have stars down here. Okay, I can't pick them up. Jetstream one. Oh! That's Jetstream. Is it because I'm too high up? And those can go the opposite direction? Or is it the wind? I've been too focused on the here and now to remember the tips it gave me. But I am hitting all the stars. And I'm not even doing anything. Hourglass. I guess that's a piece of video game trivia. I want to know, where did achievements start? What was the game with the first achievements? Like, I think the first game with DLC was a Sonic game but I want to say it was like a Sega Saturn game. I don't remember which one, but you could like download backgrounds, I think. But I want to know what the game with the first achievement was. I'm also wondering where we're gonna go next. I'm assuming Asia, and I hope it doesn't get weirder than it already has. Oh, I thought I could get out of it. Now we just relax and just watch it fly. It only has 2 wishes. I guess the 3rd wish is just not for the world to end, which, I mean, it will eventually, but probably not in that guy's lifetime. Unless he's like immortal. And probably not in the camel's lifetime unless the camel is immortal. So close. It's one of those things, and I have this problem whenever I play like mobile games where I want to get the instant gratification. You'll be at the instant gratification of the update sooner, but the bigger updates are the one that help more. It's what is it? I want to call it the egg thing, but it's not an egg thing. What is it? Marshmallow. The marshmallow test of like, if you like put a marshmallow in front of a child and say like, don't take it until like I come back or something, and I'll give you 2 marshmallows, and if they can wait, they generally have better outcome for something. I don't remember what the test was for. It was just like a sign of like who's more prone to instant gratification or not. But really, it's a test on who likes marshmallows. Because if you told me that you'd come back later with 2 marshmallows, I would just leave because I don't really like marshmallows. So it wouldn't really work on me, would it? Did that carry over? So we went south. That was not as bad as I was worried it was. It was still a little weird, but definitely it felt less offensive than the other one. You just like birds. Yeah, so we went east and then we went straight south. I think someone forgot that Egypt was still in Africa, because I was assuming we would go further east. I've been hitting a lot of cranes. Oh, that's weird. Ooh, actually, I kind of like it. It's very Yoshi's Crafted World with the cardboard texture. But that boy got his wish. He just wanted to see the birds fly, and then he did. And he was playing with like a yarn ball, or maybe it was like a volleyball. It could be. That makes more sense. Those are gonna happen more and more, aren't they? Starting to pay more attention to the altitude so I don't keep getting stuck in those. Is the plane gonna end up going all around the world, back to London, and then becoming the child's mother? That's my prediction of what's gonna happen. We're gonna save up. We're gonna save up for the big ones. So I don't think I want to go higher than 20. Here we go. then it's so tantalizing. You get all the shooting stars up there. I weaved right around that one. This feels like a nice, even altitude. It seems like 25 is where the jet streams come in. I am falling slower. I guess that upgrade did do something. And we are halfway across Africa at this point. I'm trying to think of where it could. Probably Asia next, or Antarctica, or the not. Is it called Antarctica on the South Pole too? I don't know. You know what the difference between Antarctica and Antarctica? I think I said that wrong, but... Oh wait, one has bears and one doesn't. I'm pretty sure. I remember laughing at that when I found out, so I'm gonna say that's what it is. Antarctica does not have bears, but the other one has bears. Maybe it wasn't bears. It's funnier for me to think of the bears just not entering the no bear zone. I'm gonna try to see if I can... Because I controlled it all the way, but maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should let it fly. Let God take the wheel. Or the wing, I should say. I missed it. There we go. High but not too high to get the jet stream. And we just gently float forever. Guess I should have been focusing more on altitude earlier because now it feels like I'm punished for it. Galaxy. I know it's like a short song that's repeated, but there's enough variation in like different instruments that it doesn't feel super repetitive. Which I appreciate. I know that the menu music stops after a while. I wonder if this music will stop. Ooh, I wonder if it... Oh, it's maxed out. I thought it was gonna be like a rocket ship. Kinda is. I'm thinking like how they might have programmed this in like little strips. Like I'm in like tier 3, and if I go up here, I'll be in tier 4. And I'll be able to hit more cranes this way. Because it seems spaced out, like there's little strips. I missed that one. I really haven't had a problem with stalling. I guess guess I'm just that good of a pilot that I don't need to worry about stalling. No, I went into the jet stream zone. It's kind of ironic to me that I play more games, because this game's meant to be... I mean, it was made on, was it Armor games? Not addictive game, or addiction game, or whatever it was called. But this game is meant to just keep you going, so why would I want to play more of your games? I'm playing this one. Yeah, Christmas is over. That girl did not get her wish. Didn't it say like it's been like 3 months? Unless she was just witnessing like a birthday party that was Christmas themed in like May, and then we're gonna make it back to her and it's gonna be actually Christmas. I said Christmas, I didn't mean to. I should have done the booster. There we go. That feels like the nicest altitude to be in, this 10 to 15 range. See, I hit that star at 16 altitude. I'm gonna see if that happens again the next time I throw it, but maybe we'll be in a different country by then, so who knows? I have to remember to check how many days it's been, because we might make it around the world in 80 days. Like the movie book, and then the remake of the movie. It's a Jules Verne novel, right? Nope, and just in... I just remember one of the versions of the movie, I think, had Jackie Chan in it. Maybe. I'm in the jet stream. Okay. You're stalling, but you can break out of it. Press the space, press you get. Okay. I guess stalling is not a problem now. I was not paying attention to the altitude. That was the real problem. I don't even have anything really to say. I just kind of like seeing it go. Which is not great for a video, I guess, but it is fun to watch. To just kind of vibe to. Green fuel, let's get there. I can do both. I was gonna say, if this goes well enough, this might be my last trip into the savannah. I forgot to check the dates again. I went too high, and I missed the stars. Yeah, I'm so tempted to just hit the engine right away, but that's not the meta. The meta is patience. That's the meta to life. Patience. I would like to see how big the actual background is, because it is repeating, but you don't really notice because you're up in the air so long. So I was right. They are in lanes because I hit that star at 16 altitude again. I'm seeing through the cracks. Not that that's a bad thing. I just feel proud of myself for noticing that. So 16 is, around 16 is where the stars are. Supposedly. Maybe it needs to cycle back. I just wonder with these games, because it's like endless anything kind of games. Does it at any point kind of give up at you, or it stops giving you bonuses because it didn't expect you to get that far, or is it just looping forever? Because that seems very computationally heavy, especially for like a mobile game of its time. They just loop infinitely, so you'd think there is a definitive ending, one would assume. But we are going to be back in London tomorrow to see that girl's dreams be crushed. Oh, almost. I don't think the last section's going to be insane. It's going to be like 9,000 meters or whatever. I'm not used to seeing meters. So close. Okay, he's got no money. Oh, okay, we're in Japan. Hayamato. That just means Japanese, I'm pretty sure. It didn't carry. I had so much extra mileage. I think I got ripped off by an airline. Can I save it? Can I save it? I can. Okay. Wow. Japan's not looking too good. It's looking a little sick. That's a thing in, I think in like South Korea, where there's just a day where the air is too toxic to breathe in, so everyone just stays indoors. And that's like a real thing. It happens, and people are just like, oh, it's poison day, don't go outside. I think it has something to do with where Korea is in terms of like the way the current and airflow goes. They're just kind of victims. But aren't we all on this little blue marble victims? Well, the airplane isn't. The airplane's benefiting a lot from the way the planet works. I hope that song wasn't one that he's like been really working on for a while, because then he just gave it away. Some stranger's gonna pick that up. And he's gonna get all the credit and the royalties for that song, and that guy's never gonna make any money. At least it was Yamato. That's pretty generic. Maybe he doesn't want the money, despite the fact that it emphasized the fact that he has no money. Despite the bad throw, I'm doing pretty well. We're going down faster than we usually do, which is not great. Next. That was like halfway there. Let's do throwing power. went a little engine heavy at the beginning. Whoa, that was... Japan's just loaded with shooting stars. At least their sky is. I guess they don't own the sky. That's why sky law is different than land law, I think. Man, the clouds in Japan just look so much scarier and pointier than the other clouds in other countries. I was gonna say continent, but I mean, I guess that's true. But I've only been to 3 continents out of the many, many continents. Probably my teacher's very disappointed because I think there's 7 continents. One doesn't have bears in it, I know that much. This one feels good. This one feels... I'm surprised that the end goal was not as high as I thought it was going to be, because like 5,700 meters, like that's nothing. That's child's play to me. 5,700 meters for plane breakfast. Lucky star. Let's try that. Let's see what that's all about. And I missed all of them. I thought I was in a good position for it, but I clearly wasn't. Oh, I almost got you. Nope. That was a bad one. That was a bad flight. I was gonna say run, but I'm not running. I do like the little particles that... You have the normal particles, which are just red squares, and then you have the engine particles, which are just red squares with like a bloom effect on them. Oh, what's the longest flight anyone watching has ever been on? Mine was 28 hours because I went to South Korea, but I've also been on a train ride for 28 hours to the place in the same country. Not South Korea, but in the country I currently am. The plane ride had better food. But boy, you just can't think about it too much because there's moments where you're just like, I'm trapped up here and I'm over the ocean. And I have no control over my circumstances. And you can't let your mind go to that place. I want to be like every plane-related horror movie or action movie ever where someone tries to jump out of the plane. Luckily I was in the middle, so if I did start going insane, then people there to stop me. But it's weirder because I wasn't near the window, so the only indication I have that we were getting anywhere is the little light screen. The thing is, my screen was broken on my seat, so I had to look at the person next to me's screen, and I felt weird every time. No, not yet. I have to pick the right time for this. There we go. That felt slightly better. I'm gonna be out of here in no time. What do you think? I should have hit it there. I don't have enough faith in myself. In my playing or my skills. Or maybe I should just notice that I fly straighter further into the flag than I do in the beginning, so I should probably wait to do any boosting at that point. Shit, the jet stream really isn't a problem if you just never go up there. And honestly, it's so big of a problem that it doesn't benefit me to go that high anyway. I think 16 and 20 are the two lanes. Maybe 15, 20, and then I'm just seeing it at 16 where the shooting stars are. We're 18. Okay. It'd be cool if I would run into other planes here. I mean, I'm running into cranes, but they're not the same. I'm sure if they made like a sequel to this, there's like a plane rivalry, a ghost plane of some sort. Or I guess if we're going by the times, it'd be like a girl plane. It's just a plane with like a little bow on top. Close, but we're gonna get it this time. Wait. Probably not worth the cost, but you don't know me. I wanna get that. I'm like 400 away? Oh, I think that's the most I've gotten in Rainbow Star mode. Oh no, I'm too high. You know what? It's probably gonna be the last run, so I'm just gonna try to power through it. See if I can get higher. There's just more jet streams up here. I'm threading the needle like the stars through these jet streams. My ability to avoid things is very impressive. I just wish the mileage carried over. I feel like I would have gotten here sooner. But you know what? It's not the destination, it's the journey. It's missing it for this era of game. It's missing like a really violent crash. Wait, that's not a mom, unless it is. Did he forget the gift? Are we in the South Pole? Or the North Pole? I guess the North Pole makes more sense. Oh, I guess that girl's not getting her gift. We really did go around the world in 62 days. That was fun. This has all been a gift from my friend Peter. His happy birthday. You've been a consistent source of support for me in this channel and my art since a very long time now, or years I think. So happy birthday. Thank you for sharing this game with me, and I hope you have many, many more happy birthdays in the future. Yeah. I never know how to end these. Happy birthday, Peter. Hope you have a good one, and I hope everyone enjoyed that, and I'll see you next time.